Welcome back to Tutorial Tidbits. I'm Elizabeth St. Hilaire, and this week I'm going to share with you a brand new storage system that I have worked out for my stencils. I have piles and piles of stencils, and what I realized about how I was previously storing them was that I really couldn't see them. And if they were out of sight, they were definitely out of mind, and I wasn't using all of the stencil designs that I have. I was only using a few. So I've sorted that out, and I thought I would share it with you because I think it's rather ingenious. And you may expand upon my idea and come up with something even better. So if you are interested in joining my newsletter, I know many of you are only following me here on YouTube, but my newsletter will publish tutorial tidbits as a blog post with all of the supplies used in the video listed at the bottom with easy to follow links, and you will get it in your inbox so that you don't ever miss a tidbit. So if you're interested in signing up for my newsletter, click in the upper right-hand corner of your video right now. And if you've got a minute, let's go out to the garage studio and check out the new organization. Welcome to my garage studio space. This is where all the messy stuff happens. This is where I make gel prints. This is where I gesso. This is where I varnish. This is where I spray varnish. I use all the messy, stinky, yucky stuff out here. I have two spaces. I also have a small bedroom studio space inside the house. And in order to transport the paint from back and forth from both places, I have a push cart with 3 shelves. So since I do all those gel printing videos and all my gel printing out here, I've organized my stencils out here in my garage studio space. So I'm standing in front of a 6-foot rolling work table where I also have my overhead camera to film the gel plate tutorial videos. So just recently, I reorganized my stencils. Now, as you know, if you've watched my tidbits before and my studio visit before, I used to stack them in a shallow drawer with papers, palette sheets, or Tyvek mailers in between them. But the problem that I noticed I was having was that if I don't see them, I don't use them. I don't know they're there. So I kept using the top 2 or 3 and never bothered to dig down 6 layers lower. So I devised this system recently that you see behind me to organize my stencils so that I can see them. So they are on some metal dowel rod from Home Depot. And I saved the little paper here so I could share with you. They are 3/16 by 36 metal dowel rods. So they are dipping a little bit in the middle from the weight of the stencils, but not too much. And then what I have on the end of each dowel rod to hold them up are cup holders, cup hooks. So they go into the wall and they hook up like this, and the rod just rests on top of the cup hook. And I got cup hooks at Home Depot that have the anchors. They came with them because this drywall where I hung them, I didn't necessarily have studs. So I got the cup hooks with the anchors and the 3/16 by 36-inch metal dowel at Home Depot. So I have already realized that I do not have enough metal dowels. I have 2 of them in a row, so I have 6 feet side by side, and I still have stencils that are not on this system. So, and I'm also designing another 16 stencils with Joggles. So that'll be coming my way soon, and then I really won't have enough room. So the reason why, I know that you are very envious of my stencil collection, but the reason why I have so many is that I am the designer of 99.9% of these, and of course I get them for free as the designer. So that is a perk and a benefit, and it is the only reason why I have more than 50 stencils. So anyway, the hanging apparatus and the way that I've got them hanging is really kind of the more genius application than the dowels and the cup hooks themselves. So I wanted to just take one down to show you. Let's grab this one. I want to grab one that's kind of pokey. So here's a mask, and when I say it's pokey, I mean, I know you understand this. It's got lots of pieces and parts that can tangle with other stencils, and that's why when I kept them in the drawer, I had to put sheets in between them so they don't tangle. And I think with masks and intricate cut stencils, that's the biggest problem, is tangling. So what I've done is I have put a plastic, I don't want to call it Mylar, Dura-Lar, a Dura-Lar clear plastic sheet on the back of each one of these. So when they stack up back to back to back, they are not tangling with one another because they've got a clear plastic divider. But the clear plastic divider means that I can still see all the stencils through each other. At first I thought, well, I'll just put paper in between them, or palette paper, or the Tyvek mailers, the same thing I'm using in the drawers. But the problem with that is, again, you won't use what you can't see, and you don't know you have it if you can't see it. So here's the system that I devised for hanging and dividing the stencils and the masks. So these hooks I got on Amazon, and the S hook is what goes over the bar. You can see that they're an S hook with a clip. So the S hook is what goes over the bar, and the clip is what I clamp onto the stencil or mask and the Dura-Lar sheet at the same time. So you can see again that this mask stencil is laid on top of a sheet of Dura-Lar plastic that is completely transparent, and I bought it in a pad from Amazon. So basically what I do is grab a stencil, take the sheet of Dura-Lar out of the pad, and there's 25 sheets per this 9x12, and this is a 9x12 pad, which means they're the same size as the stencils, and that's important. So they're not taking up any extra room, and they're completely protecting the stencil from left to right, because all of my stencils measure 9x12 and the plastic is 9x12. So I just put the stencil on top of the Dura-Lar, and I try to find a point that is central and able for me to clip. So this is central in the design and able for me to clip, and then I just clip the two of them together. So I'll just put the clip on there like that, and then it will hang on the system. So this works out really well, and the Dura-Lar is a thickness that's a 0.005 clear film. Now, I wasn't sure what that meant, so I did a little research online with regards to thickness of the plastic, and you probably can get it thinner for less money, but I do like how rigid and sturdy this plastic is. It's not real thin and flimsy. I feel like it's going to hold up and stay strong and stiff, and it's not going to bend and allow my stencils to get tangled behind it. So that is the system that I'm using, and I'm overlapping them about this much because I can see through each one. So I've got them staggered on the line behind me. So I've already realized, again, like I said, that I do need more space. So I'm going to, I've got my two 3-foot lengths of the metal end to end. So I've got a 6-foot length. So, but you could also stack them this way so that you've got, if you have a narrower space, you could do 2 on top of each other. You could even do 3 on top of each other. So what I'm going to do is go back to Home Depot and get the cup hooks with the anchors and the 3/16 by 36 inch metal rod, and then I'm going to do another rack of 6 feet on top of my current 6 feet. So again, you can see that mine are 2 rods of 36 inches that are going the full long length of the way. But since I'm in the garage studio and I do have plenty of space, I'm going to lower this one and then put another one slightly higher so that I've got a double row and I've got more room to spread them apart a little further. They'll be a little easier to see and I'll have room to expand. And we always need room to expand with our stencil collection, and our organization where we can see it, we can use it, really works well. So you can find information for supplies for the hooks and the Dura-Lar sheets on my website, on the blog, or on the supply list, and that link is in your upper right hand corner. And you can get the cup hooks with anchors and the I got to keep looking at this for the measurement, make sure I give you the right information. The 3/16 by 36 inch metal dowel you can get at Home Depot along with the cup hooks with anchors. You can probably get it at Lowe's or your local hardware store as well. So good luck with your storage solutions. Thank you for visiting my garage studio today, and happy Friday. Thank you for being here.